Happy Monday, everyone. So today I'm talking about the connection between Lil Wayne and Elegua. Last week, as you know, I did a video on Elegua answering a question from a viewer, and then magically, as beautiful as it is, that day, you have that interview with Lil Wayne on, I think, ABC or something like that, where he disconnects himself to the Black Lives Matter movement, and he made some really powerful things. He said some really powerful things, but everybody got mad. Like all the black people, who are all about this movement, got very mad, and essentially, which is most black people. And it was really fascinating to me, of why that happened. And so here's the kind of thing that I want to share with you all, and something that I don't think people really talk about, especially when they talk about Orishas. And why am I making that connection? And that's because all the Orishas who have ever come to me, to work with me in dreams, to speak with me, to share knowledge with me, they don't come to me in this kind of glorious way. They're not in the headdresses and wearing African garb and that kind of stuff. No, we have to realize that these Orishas were brought from Africa, the knowledge of it, and then spread throughout the Americas in Brazil and Jamaica and Trinidad and Cuba and all these different areas in New Orleans in the South. Like if you go even South Carolina, there's touches in all these different areas, and then of course it spread up to New York, everywhere. So you're talking about people, regular human beings, working with energy, this ancestral energy. Well, that energy has to evolve, and it also has to relate. And sometimes, in a way, we degrade that energy at the same time. It all depends on how you see it. But this is the thing, and what I'm trying to point out is that when Oya came to me, she did not come on a lightning bolt flashing around in the colors of the rainbow. And just so you know, that was what I was dressed as. That's what I was embodying last week. No, she came to me as like a girl from around the way, in with locks, with she might have had a nose ring, like a gold one, brown skin, really pretty. She looked like the love interest of the guy from The Office. Like the dude that was on The Office that worked like in the warehouse, and then she came in towards the end of the series. The love interest of him. That's what she actually looked like. Okay, when Azuli Freda came, she came looking like Puerto Rican girl from the Bronx, for real. Dark hair, really cool person, kind of loving, maternal, all those different things. And then, when Baron Samedi came to me, he looked like a very well dressed cab driver. So, you know how a cab driver, especially if you drive one of those black limousines, remember kind of his symbology. He came looking just fresh. I mean, totally dressed and decked out, beautifully dressed, but it wasn't in the way that it was like kind of modern. It was like within the time. All right. And so when when Elegua came to me, he came as your homeboy. Really, like your homeboy from around the way, who's in the hood, who's in the streets, who knows all about the streets. Well, of course he would, right? Because if this is supposed to be the opener of the way, the one that knows all the past, wouldn't he be someone that knows all about the streets? And so I say that to bring in Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's often wearing red, just so you know. He's often kind of in these colors as the same. And he represents, think about it, he looks like a child, Lil Wayne, and then he has this old ragged look as well. He's both looking like a child and an old man. And I'm not trying to elevate the dude or anything, because truthfully, as a human being, I am not into the dude at all. I think he's a part of ugly rapper syndrome. But as a spiritual person who understands spirituality, who thinks that way, who likes to spend most of their time thinking in a spiritual way, I have to recognize the magic that I saw. And that's what I'm trying to convey to you all who watch my videos. And just so you know, if you're getting all caught up and you're having a hard time following, then guess what? Maybe it's not for you, and I don't really care. I want to share this for those people who say black black magic, black girl magic, who get all into this magical stuff, who say they can create their own life, who say that we speak magic into our life. All these people who are saying they're into this stuff, but then you will try to get an attitude or upset with something that Lil Wayne says, which was actually freaking magical. So this is what he did, and this is why I'm making the connection. I told you that Elegua creates a new way to see things, a new pathway. And this energy, what he's able to do is look at these systems and see the systems and create a pathway that kind of breaks those systems and makes it work for him. That is exactly what Lil Wayne has done with his life. Now, you could say as a human being what you think he should do when he's obligated to do for the people. But if you look at him just as a magician within himself, that is exactly what he has done. And so he told you, I matter. My life matters. Then he says, and I'm a black guy, and I matter. That should have told you that's the magic of the whole thing. So you can't be a person who says you're trying to speak this into existence, Black Lives Matter, and then once you create your magic, now you're going to doubt your magic and keep on saying it over and over and over and over again, begging for someone to recognize this mantra that you created. You've actually essentially failed your own magic. Everyone knows that when you're manifesting something into your life, when you're creating something as it is, you see it for what it is, you claim it as it's already happened, and then you function as if it's already happened. And then all the little things along the way will confirm that it's already happened. So he sat there in that chair and pretty much said, my life matters. Look at the evidence around you. I have evidence. And then he looked at homegirl and said, and if you can't figure it out, there's something wrong with you. Because he's saying, how in the world can you people claim to be this magical and this powerful and then turn around and keep begging? Doesn't make sense. And so I want you guys to really go back to that interview, look at it from a magical point of view, think about it as someone who has claimed something for himself. Whether you believe if Lil Wayne has claimed it for himself or not, I don't really care what you think about him as a person. Listen to the magic in the words. And I don't care if you still need to go later and go talk about do a hashtag Black Lives Matter and, go pound the pavement. I don't care about that. I'm asking you to pay attention to the magic in the words, which somehow got totally dismissed in all of the kerfuffle. And I saw people who were into this work, people who use mantras in their own life, who are into Orishas and understanding magic, and somehow were genuinely upset. I'm like, who are you? I mean, I guess that's their human side, because they couldn't be thinking about it spiritually. Because spiritually, they would actually see this dude was doing his job as a spiritual being and essence. And if y'all can't figure that out, I don't know what to tell you. You have to understand the energy you're working with and how it manifests itself in these modern times. It's not, all these aspects, these deities are aspects of who we are, and they have had to adapt to how we live. So the Elegua of the day, opening dirt roads and pathway, which I think you probably think in your mind, is the dude on the corner. It's brother man on the corner, that doughboy, that guy who's figured out the systems, who's worked in all these different realms, who knows all these different pathways and knows how to work those pathways. That's that energy. Okay? And they can elevate into other areas and go beyond all of that. And that is something that we can say Lil Wayne has done. If y'all can't figure that out, I don't know what to tell you. All right, happy Monday. And Monday is actually the day for Elegua, so it's so beautiful that I've chosen this day for my videos, New pathways. And you know what? We're going to start getting to that feminine energy, the feminine aspect of all of this very soon. But just so you know, remember, everything's patriarchal, so we focus on this masculine energy. But gosh, the magic of a woman and that feminine energy and all of this, trust me, it's important and imperative. All right, happy Monday. See you next time.